So time for a quick channel update with videos coming in the future, the winners of some nightly households, and a big armoured column giveaway coming for August, and a little bit of drama going down with last month's giveaway, and a new plan to purge the scammers once and for all. Hello and welcome back to Auspex Tactics, where today we're doing a quick channel update video, a once a month look in on how things are going for the channel, how videos have been going for the past month or so, some of the plans for the future, and doing all the announcements around the monthly channel giveaways, including the new format for the free entry for the new one. This past month, as far as Warhammer 40k news and reveals have been, it's maybe been a little bit more of a sedate one for once. There was the balanced data slate at the start of the month, of course, and that did have a whole load of changes, and then a few releases that we knew were coming: Kill Team Typhon, the Space Wolves main release, and the Chaos Knight Codex, plus the interim update for the Imperial Knights as well. There's definitely been some interesting stuff to talk about, but maybe not quite so much frantic going on compared with some other points of the year, and it has meant that I've had time to dedicate a bit more time to a few other bigger projects I wanted to get done. Over the past week or so, I've been trying to keep some bigger faction-specific videos coming, sort of whole codex unit reviews for the Orcs, Necrons, Tau Tyranids, and the Astra Militarum, doing a few different formats depending on what I've done previously for them, but it has been fun to make some slightly bigger and more high-effort content. It's kind of hard to do those sort of videos when Games Workshop's dropping big news every day. And there's a codex released every week or two. Another one that seems to have taken off a bit was my one for each faction's most disliked miniature. It was interesting trying to run some polls for that and apply a bit of science to it. I definitely learned a few things myself as to some things that were more popular than I expected, and a few things that were far less. Doing a bunch of bigger projects like that, and maybe a little bit less on the frantic news, has meant that there haven't been quite as many videos coming out on the channel over the past week or two, and maybe a little bit in two minds about that. It has been nice to do some bigger ones, but on the other hand, it does mean that I'm not hitting quite as many smaller focused topics, at least not as many as usual. Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. Would you like a few more small discussion topics, individual unit reviews, or that sort of thing, or continuing to hit some of these bigger and high effort targets? For this month, I'm sure Games Workshop will keep the 40k news things flowing. We've had that big preview just scheduled for the 18th. Looks like that's going to have some stuff worth talking about. Prospects for new Deathwatch are pretty exciting. There's plenty of codexes outstanding, all the nightly ones seemingly from this recent wave, the Imperial Knights, Grey Knights and Black Templars, plus any other revisions they choose to make to the balanced data slates, and I guess we might have some drop pods coming out soon. Looks like next week will probably be the Saturn 9 pre-order for the Horus Heresy. For next video plans, hopefully the next ones on the channel might be a Chaos Knights tier list, and they're talking through some of the strongest melee units for every faction in the game. And next week maybe rounding up a few more tournament stats to take a focused look at some of the strongest and weakest armies in the game. As ever, if you have any other suggestions for video ideas, feel free to leave them down in the comments. There's always more ideas than I can possibly make, but if I get inspired by some focused punchy topics, sometimes things can get jumped up the schedule. Moving on from video plans though, let's talk giveaways. I can now announce that the winners of the Channel July giveaway were Sam Hill, Christopher Sanchez, Aaron Hornsby and Mason Askin. I've just contacted all of you a few minutes ago as recording this, so please check your messages either on Facebook or on Patreon. Hopefully that shall get a few more Night Lances out there on the tabletop. Moving on to the August giveaway though, and for that one I thought I'd repeat a format that was fairly popular from last year, a great big armoured spearhead giveaway, to get a whole tank column or a whole brood of monsters lurching up the board. For this one, focusing on the big bad stuff of Warhammer 40k, there'll be 4 winners for this one once again. And this time, each of the people winning will get 5 vehicles or monsters of your choosing, with any combination of 5 plastic vehicle or monster box sets that are below £60 or $95. Bigger vehicles and monsters counting as 2 selections, but you could go for really big stuff like Baneblades or Knights with that. For example, a few options that you could make with that could be the Space Marine one. You've got a big and mighty armoured column, 2 Land Raiders, a Brutalis Dreadnought, a Repulsor and a Gladiator Lancer. Quite a lot of Astartes armour there. Here for some bigger centrepiece kits, we've got some Necron ones, a Silent King leading a Monolith and a Doomsday Ark into battle. And here's a Chaos example. Here we've got a Predator, Vindicator, Forge Fiend, Mauler Fiend and War Dogs. This one's managed to get 6 vehicles in. I guess if you went heavy on the War Dogs where you get 2 vehicles for less than the amount, you could have a lot. Regardless of which one of those you'd be aiming for, you can enter in one of 2 equal ways, linked down in the video description. The Patreon one is the same as always. Support the channel on Patreon for any paid amount. That gets you automatic entry into the giveaways each month, and it's the main thing that helps to support Auspex Tactics as well. Alternatively, you can support via social media, boost the algorithms and enter completely for free. And to do that, subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Facebook page. And then to enter the draw properly, a post will appear on the Facebook page on the 1st of August, midnight UK time. And then to enter via that post, like that post as well. And then respond to the Google form on that, submitting a photo of any 40k mini or imagery, along with your name and the date in it. The last bit just to defeat bots and spammers. I'll talk a bit more about this in a second, as it's a small change from before to try and stop the scammers from hitting people, but hopefully basically run the giveaways in the exact same way. In any case, after the 24 hours is up, I'll do the draw with a random number generator and announce it on the channel update video on YouTube around the 4th of August. Then I'll get in touch with people, much like I have for this month, ask them which minutes they'd like, order them in, and then they'll be posted out after I've received my orders of them. The links to both the Patreon page and the Facebook page will be down in the video description, and I'll certainly keep further giveaways coming each month. As I mentioned a couple of times, one thing that I wanted to address in this one was scammers targeting the giveaway, and that's why I've decided to tweak the format a little bit on how you can enter. People trying to scam and take credit card details isn't exactly unusual on the internet, and people have been popping up from time to time on the giveaway post, basically making fake profiles with a channel logo on it, responding to comments saying that you'd won, and then if anyone did message them further, basically asking for some sort of credit card payment, at which point most people would reach out to me and report the imposter. On most of the previous ones, there have just been a few of them and they haven't really been too hard to block, just go through and manually block a few profiles. That could be a bit variable depending on how fast I was to respond to them, but this month it looks like they stepped stopper gear, basically both doing the standard annoying comments, which did take a bit of time to fix, but then also tried a new and seemingly quite effective tactic, going through and liking basically every single comment on the giveaway post. And it seems that even when I block those profiles, you can still see that the like is there. I think people still had the notification saying that this person likes their profile, so basically a way to link to the scammers page even after I blocked them, which was pretty annoying. When I realised that that was happening, I decided to basically lock the giveaway post. It was about 21 hours in out of the 24-hour window, so towards the end. So I just did the draw then and there, making sure that everyone was included before hiding the post, so it was basically non-active anymore and you wouldn't see the notifications. I'm sorry if that was frustrating to the people who were going to enter in the last few hours or so. I obviously wouldn't have wanted to do that normally, but for the sake of basically everyone entering being spammed with scam messages, I thought that was probably the better of two evils. As mentioned, the plan for the next one is basically to try and keep the giveaway kind of similar, but then hide the entries from public view behind a Google form. Ideally, I would like to try and keep them on the same place unless it's really unviable, just because the system seems to have been working kind of fine up to now. I've already got a whole ton of videos out there stating that every giveaway will appear on the Facebook page at that time of the month. Lots of people have got used to that, and while I could do other things like relocate it to Discord or something like that, that might time limit people who aren't free, and I might not always be free myself on the giveaway day to do admin. Basically, to try and make it scammer proof, I have the same entry criteria. I'll go for the Google form method. I'll ask people to like the giveaway post and then respond to the Google form, basically asking for their name or pseudonym that they used to like the post with, the email address to contact you if you win. That'll only ever be used for giveaway win purposes and won't ever be used for anything else. I'll delete it after the giveaway is done, and then the same normal photo submission. The one with a picture of any 40k model or imagery, along with your name and date handwritten within the same photo. Again, that bit done to basically try and help defeat people trying to spam the giveaway with multiple accounts. As if I'm spending a lot of money on prizes, I certainly want to make sure they go to real hobbyists and not people cheating the system. I'm not sure if I'll keep comments open on that post or not. It'd be quite nice to have it open, though if it just gets targeted in a similar sort of way, I might just lock the comments to stop that from happening. Just to make sure that the Google form is an actual way that I can do this, I'll leave a test form linked down in the video description below. If you'd like to provide a little bit of holy data for the cause, having a few people complete that just for examples would be pretty helpful. Then I can have a little bit more confidence that still work well as a way to submit things. I isn't going to get overwhelmed with too many entries. Let me know any thoughts or feedback on the system down in the comments though. I'm certainly open to suggestions. I think I'll probably try this way at least for this coming month, but depending on how well it works, I might alter things further. Overall though, hopefully it should have the same effect. Basically the same submission things. Maybe the slightly sad thing is not being able to show off people's hobby work on the Facebook post. I thought it was quite fun to have that as an entry criteria, as you got to see a whole load of projects that people were working on or finished minis. Maybe I could do something like showcase 3 ones that caught my eye from the giveaway entries and put them here on the channel update video each month. That maybe could be a halfway house towards doing that. In any case though, look forward to hearing your thoughts down in the comments below, and hopefully this should be a reasonable way to keep the free entry for the giveaway going, while not leaving people being exposed to being spammed by scammers. In any case though, that's just about it for the giveaway update at least. A massive thank you as always to everyone watching, liking, subscribing and supporting. It's an absolutely awesome thing to be able to do this as my job, and I'm always grateful to you guys for that. I'll certainly be looking forward to talking plenty more for Warhammer 40k over the coming month. Check out the stuff down in the video description if you'd like to. There's the test form to make sure that's working, plus the channel's Patreon page and the Facebook for the giveaway this month. Feel free to give a look to the Discord server as well. But in any case, a massive thank you for listening, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.